Hey, welcome back to ShubhCode. Today's tip is about LWC. Ever noticed that sometimes your Lightning Web Component shows old data even after a record has been updated? That's the wire service cache at work. Here's what's happening and how to control it. Let's jump straight into it. The wire service in Lightning Web Components is incredibly powerful. It gives you reactive data that automatically re-renders your component when the data changes. But there's a subtlety that trips up a lot of developers. The wire service has a client-side cache. When you wire a property to a Salesforce data source, the first request goes to the server and gets stored locally. Subsequent requests for the same data might come from that local cache instead of going back to the server. This is by design. It makes the UI feel faster. But it means that if the underlying record was updated by someone else or by a process, your component might not show the latest version immediately. So how do you force a fresh fetch from the server? There are three approaches. First, the refreshApex utility. Import refreshApex from LWC, store your wired result in a tracked variable, and call refreshApex passing that variable whenever you need fresh data. Usually you'd call this after a save or after an imperative Apex call that modifies data. Second, use the getRecordNotifyChange utility. After you update a record, call getRecordNotifyChange with the record IDs. This tells all wired components on the page that those records have changed, triggering a cache invalidation. Third, if you need truly real-time data, skip wire entirely for that property and use imperative Apex calls instead. More control, slightly more code. Here's the bottom line. The wire service cache is a feature, not a bug, but use refreshApex or getRecordNotifyChange after mutations to keep your UI accurate. Check the official Salesforce documentation, link is in the description. If this helped you, smash that like button. Drop your questions in the comments, I read every single one. Subscribe to ShubhCode for a new Salesforce tip every day. See you tomorrow.